4:53, and also this afternoon, this I'm sure you will have your own view on. Some certainly interesting driving and or riding conditions out and about this morning, which means we've all had to be very careful. Now, if we have an accident with another car, if we are driving a car and we bash into another one or vice versa, then you can take the other driver's details, you take their registration plate, you've got all you need to then pursue any form of repair claim or any other issue. But what about if you have an accident with a bike? Well, the West Midlands MEP Nikki Sinclaire is calling for all cyclists to be given registration plates. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, just really want to clarify, it's not registration plates. We're not talking about registering cycles. We're talking about having a registration for cyclists.
The person, not the bike. The person, not the bike.
The person, not the bike. And, people have mistaken this, that they think I want to put a number plate on bicycles. That's absolute nonsense. It's basically, for a start, I think we need, obviously, helmets. It should be compulsory for people to wear helmets. And the other thing I need to clarify, I'm only talking about the cities and the major towns. I'm not talking about, rural areas or very minor roads.
Well, why make
major cities.
Why make it so complicated? Why not just say everyone?
Well, you obviously, I think you do probably would make it very complicated in that case. I think, the reason why this will work in the UK, it probably wouldn't work in any other country in the world. The reason why it would work in the UK is that we've got the most cameraed cities and towns in the world. So that's what would make it work. And I think that the real problem lies, and people I've been speaking to, it really is the problem in the major cities. Obviously, my office is based in Birmingham. So I'm there pretty much. I'm there quite a lot, and I see all the time cyclists skipping red lines. And I only think it's the minority. I think most cyclists, and I'm a cyclist myself. I do get out when I can on the cycles. My schedule doesn't allow, but I do see some cyclists just having no regard for the rules. And I was on the Adrian Goldberg show this morning, and he actually, recounted a personal experience of himself only last week.
Did he really?
He almost had an...
Here's the thing. I just wonder what your beef is with this. Is it because you're a cyclist and you've seen bad behaviour? Is it because cyclists are coming to your office and saying this something needs to be done? Why wade in? Why say this needs to be done?
Well, first of all, it was a debate that was had on the BBC last week, and I just gave my opinion. So it isn't something I've just decided to go, let's have a go at this. It was because there was a debate, and I was listening to the debate, and I had an opinion on it. So I just expressed an opinion, and of course, everything went crazy on social media. I just think there's a safety element here. As a road user, I think that, we do need, a fluorescent jacket, and I think if we did have registration, it's also pedestrians, cyclists on road. I think there's a traffic warden that contacted me today, and he says he sees infringements every day, and it needs to be, people. It's about accountability.
Why don't you just say so?
Accountability.
Well, just say that. Why should it just be cities, though? I mean, I live in the countryside, and cycling around, it's just as dangerous. Why not just say all cyclists need to wear?
Maybe, absolutely. You may be right. I don't really have a strong opinion. I just actually think in the cities it's a huge problem, and you may be right. Maybe it should be everywhere. I don't really necessarily oppose it being everywhere.
And your idea would be that the cyclist actually had some sort of ID number on their back,
exactly.
and if they were to abuse the road rules as well as if a car did, they would get caught on CCTV and they'd be brought to book, would they?
Well, they would have a fixed penalty just like pretty much everyone else does. It would be very simple. It would be online. They would click to say they read the highway code and understand it. They would also. I also would like to see some form of liability insurance, especially in the cities. Because, accidents do happen, and sometimes cyclists are to blame. And if that is the case, and it's proven, then it should be their insurance that pays. Why should it be someone who pays their insurance, are involved in an accident through no fault of their own, and their insurance has to pay? And then we all know with our insurance quotes, it lasts 5 years. It affects your insurance for at least 5 years.
OK, interesting. We may see what others think. Nikki Sinclaire, West Midlands MEP.